My month-end close used to eat most of a week, but last month I ran it through Claude Cowork. One conversation, 4 deliverables, 20 minutes. In this video, I'll share what I built and I'll show you how to do it too. If we haven't met yet, I'm Mike. I'm a senior finance leader, and over the last decade, I've helped automate more than 150,000 hours out of finance processes. Now, before we get into this, if you want the prompts, templates, and skills that I use in this video, then click the link in the description to get access to my entire AI library. I'll also send you my weekly newsletter, Finance AI Insider, that goes in-depth on automations just like this every single week. So click the link now to get started. Here's what a normal month-end week looks like for most finance pros I know. You start with the reporting, pulling data, building charts, formatting everything so it's presentable for the internal review meeting. Then the commentary, one location at a time, line item by line item, checking every variance over your thresholds, and writing something coherent that will survive a CFO's questions. Then the forecast update. Someone wants to know what happens if one location's revenue comes in 10% above plan. You go back into the model, adjust the driver, check all the downstream formulas, and then you finally pull together the CFO or the executive deck, summarizing everything you just spent the last few days analyzing, turning it into 5 slides of talking points, making sure the risks and opportunities aren't too vague, and hoping the meeting doesn't start early because you're up against the clock. Now that's the close every month, on numbers that are different but work that's largely the same. So last month, I decided to run the whole thing through Claude Cowork. Claude Cowork is a desktop app that connects Claude directly to your computer. You point it at a folder, and it can read your files, write code, build tools, and save outputs back to your workspace. All from a plain language conversation. Nothing gets copy-pasted. Your files stay where they are. So today, I'm going to show you 4 things Cowork can do with your month-end data in one connected session. We're going to build an interactive dashboard that filters by location. We're going to build CFO-ready variance commentary written straight from your data, a driver-based forecast tools with live adjustments, and the entire CFO deck. We're going to go in order. Let's start with the setup. Now, the setup takes maybe 30 seconds, and you do it just once per session. Now, I've got Claude Cowork up here. As I said, we're going to be doing everything here in Claude Cowork, which is part of the desktop app. Now, if you're not familiar with Claude Cowork and don't have it set up, I'm going to link a video right up here that's going to walk you through Claude Cowork, getting it set up, and some basics of using it step by step. Go ahead, watch that video, pause this one. Once you've gone through all that content and understand Claude Cowork, come right back. It's going to make so much more sense. Claude Cowork is a true game changer, and it's a tool you don't want to miss. So with Claude Cowork open, we're going to go ahead and select the folder we're going to work in. So I'm going to come here to work in a project. We're going to choose a folder. I keep all of my Cowork folders inside this one Cowork folder, so that's the extent of the access I give the tool. And we're going to go to our coffee shop folder, and this is where Cowork is able to work. This coffee shop folder holds all of the files for the F9 Finance Coffee Shop, which is a chain of 3 coffee shops, and that's going to be the data that we see work through this entire exercise. So we'll go ahead and select that. So with that selected, Claude can now see everything in that folder, every Excel file, every PDF, every file you'd normally have to manually open and copy from. It's all in here, fully accessible to Cowork. Now, the key thing to understand before we go into the big demos is you're not pasting data into a chat window. Claude's reading the files directly. That means no size limit, no reformatting steps, no switching between apps. You just describe what you want, and Claude works with what's there. Now, let me show you exactly how this plays out in our first demo. So the first thing we want is a dashboard to replace our reporting, not a static screenshot, an actual interactive tool where I can filter by location and look at things like revenue, budget, and product category data all at once. So coming to our tool, it's connected to our folder. I'm going to go ahead and prompt in by talking. We'll click this button. Act as a financial analyst. I need you to pull the profit and loss data set and the point of sale data set from the folder I gave you and build an interactive dashboard that allows me to switch between individual locations or look at the entire company at once. Now you'll notice I'm not telling it what KPIs I want. I'm not telling it the layout. I'm not telling it how to set up the dashboard. And that's intentional. Normally we would give it more context, but I want you to see just how powerful this is going to be, and I'm going to let Claude make those decisions. So with that in, we're going to go ahead and send this off, and we'll let Claude go ahead and do its magic. And Claude has come back with our dashboard. Now again, notice Claude found both files without me naming them. It read the data sets and it built this. You see it going through all the steps before it ultimately gave us our dashboard. We'll go ahead and open this up for the moment of truth. Now, the dashboard Claude gave us, it gave us an HTML file. That's very common if you ask Claude to build a dynamic artifact like this, and that's what we got. But here's everything we asked for. It gave us all of our locations. We can click through the locations and it changes. It picked key metrics up here. So it gave us some KPIs right up top. Here's all of our profit and loss information with charts. Here's the entire P&L, and then it comes down into our point of sale transactions. Here's all of our products. Wow, Earl Grey tea is really popular. Coffee's number one, followed by tea. So all of the information we asked for, and again, completely dynamic. It did all of that with one single prompt. It picked these charts, it picked the KPIs, it did the data analysis, all of that right in front of us. Now imagine you could come back, you can tweak this, you can add your own colors, you can ask it to change it because this is a living document that Claude can now work with. And even better, because Claude's working right on our computer, the file is right here. This is your dashboard. It's reusable, it's HTML, it's sitting right here, and it's connected to your data. For finance pros who've been waiting for a way to build a quick data view without spinning up Power BI or wrestling with Excel charts, this is what that looks like now. Next, we're going to use the same data, but ask for a different output. So with the reporting done, let's get that variance commentary written. Now the same folder is still connected. We don't need to do any new setup. We're just going to close out of our artifact over here, and then we're going to put our next prompt in. Act as a financial analyst. I need you to write commentary for June 2023 versus both the prior month and also versus the budget. This is the same data that you worked with to build the dashboard. One addition, there is a commentary file in the folder with some comments that the location manager sent over. Use this as additional context for writing the commentary. Okay, so what we're saying, again, I'm giving it really light prompts because I want it to show you how powerful this is. We're going to have it write commentary. The data set is data for 2023. That's why you see that there. I'm going to ask it to do a prior month and also a budget comparison. The same data set, but I'm adding commentary. The machine, the AI, it doesn't know any of your context. This comment file is collected from the location managers. They fill this out, and now they're going to give us this update. So with the prompt in, we'll go ahead and send Claude off and let it do its magic. And Claude is back with our commentary. So it went through, it reviewed the documents, it looked at all the information it had already analyzed, and then it wrote a commentary up in a Word format that we can immediately download. Here's our structure. Here's the key themes that wove in from the manager's note. We'll go ahead and click on this and we'll get our Word doc with all of the commentary. Now, again, keep in mind, we didn't give it instructions. We didn't say include a chart. We didn't say have an executive summary. We just asked for variance commentary on the business. And it's gone through and it's given us pages of information by location and for the company, all formatted in this nice memo style. There's the executive summary up here. Sure, if I'm doing this, I'd be putting bullets in here, all things we can tweak, but this was just the first pass and we didn't have to lift a finger. We have the company-wide results right here down to EBITDA, summary of all the individual items, and the company-wide results are summarizing the comments and the themes that each individual manager presented across the business. We'll come down here, we get a P&L and comments for each individual location. There's all that, and we are ready to go. Now, again, I really want to emphasize the Word doc save. That file is sitting in my folder right now. I can open it, I can attach it to an email, I can paste from it into the deck. It's done. And if I wanted changes to it, Claude Cowork can make them to that file. We're halfway through and we've already built a filterable dashboard and written the variance commentary. What's next is something I've wanted for years, a forecast model that I can actually adjust in real time. And by the way, if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to do it now. I post new AI and automation content every week, and you don't want to miss what's coming in the next few weeks. So every month you end up in someone's office answering, what happens if this location comes in 10% above plan? And every time the answer is, well, let me go update the model and I'll send it to you. And there's another 30 minutes to an hour gone. So what I want to do instead is build a driver-based forecast app where we can dynamically make these adjustments and see it in real time. It takes the dashboard we built to another level. Act as a financial analyst. Using the same data sets that we've been working with, build me a dynamic driver-based forecasting app with sliders that let me change assumptions, and I can see the forecast update dynamically. The data set I've given you is from January to June 2023. I want you to build out a forecast through December 2023. With our prompt in there, we're going to send this away. Now, this one will take a little while to come back because it's going to build an entire application, but it's going to be well worth it. And again, I didn't frame up much aside from saying I want sliders just so I can, change this. We're going to let Claude decide the rest of it, but this is going to be a complete game changer. And Claude has come back with our finished model. It's explaining what it did. It's got the locations, scenario presets, revenue sliders, cost drivers, a live output. Let's go ahead and open our forecast model, moment of truth. And here it is, just like before. This is in Google Chrome, except now instead of just looking at historical data, we're also looking at the forecast, which is the yellow periods. It's helpfully color-coded. It's blue if it's actuals, it's orange if it's forecast. And here's our sliders. So let's say if we want July to be 104% of June, we can move that up and down a watch. As I move the slider, it's changing. We can do the same here. And this is for all locations. So I can go to just Astoria and then I can actually pick 3 different cases. Look, we've got a bear case, things are bad, base case, and then bull case, things are great. If I go to the base and I want to change it, let's say we just pop this up a little bit. You see the changing over here. Say I want September to look really nice. Let's just go crazy. Everything on here is updating. I am getting the entire forecast updated live. Same down here, if I want to play with cost of goods sold, let's look for our gross profit there. We can pull this up, say we're expecting some impacts and some higher costs. We can just pull this up to 29% and you'll see your cost of sales and profit and EBITDA changing. Wow, how cool is that? We've got no formula editing, no file switching, and no sending someone a new version of the model. Everybody can work off of the same numbers and test out scenarios. All right, one more demo. Let's close this out strong. So far we've done our reporting with a dashboard. We've done our variance commentary. We've built a forecast, see how the future is going to be. And there's one thing left, the CFO deck, explaining the business and what's happening. We're going to ask Claude to produce the entire CFO deck based on the work it's done. Act as a financial analyst. Based on all of the work we've done for the coffee shop, please build an entire CFO deck explaining both the actuals and the forecast. I'll put this in PowerPoint format and include consistent branding. I like greens and blacks. All right, so I'm giving a little bit of context, not a ton. I'm just saying greens and blacks, so it stays in F9 Finance. I'm saying to give me a PowerPoint. Sometimes I could do the presentation and give you like a PDF or a Word memo. I want to be clear it's that. And we're going to say, please just build us the entire CFO deck explaining all the work we've done. We're going to send our way our final demo, and we'll let Claude do its magic. And our deck is coming back. It gave us a 12-slide presentation. Here's it telling us what's in it with all of the different tabs. We're going to go ahead and click this, and it will be the moment of truth. Our artifact is popping up, and here are our slides. Just like I asked for, everything is in black and greens. Here's the coffee shop performance review, H1 2023 actuals, H2 2023 forecast. And remember, I gave it some colors and said I want this to be a PowerPoint. We didn't give any other guidance. So let's see what it gave us. We have this entire executive summary with commentary. Here's a scorecard on actuals performance. We have our revenue trend, P&L summary, all of these charts, all of this created entirely by Claude. Here's our location performance. Wow, look at this gross margin and cost analysis right here. We've got our point of sale insights, and then we go into the revenue forecast off of the base case. Here's the full year summary, actuals plus forecast. We've got risks and location priorities and a nice transition over to Q&A. That is cool. I still can't get over how cool this stuff is. That is cool. 4 deliverables in one conversation. The dashboard took 90 seconds to build and render. The commentary was saved as a Word doc before my second coffee. The forecast tool had live sliders by the time the first meeting started. And the CFO deck content just needed a couple of edits. That's the honest version of what this workflow looks like. Cowork does the building, and then you do the thinking about what to do with what it built and focus on helping enable decisions. Now, if you want to go deeper on Claude Cowork, I have an entire video to get you up and running. I'm going to put the link right up here. You definitely don't want to miss it. It's going to teach you everything you need to know. I'll catch you over there. Until then, this is Mike signing off from F9 Finance. Cheers.